Days with Nomad Fishing, and I have some good news for you today. The boat is pretty much done, and we're hoping to put it back in the water either this Sunday or Monday. We got a couple final touches on it, and then it's going back in the water. We're planning to shake it down on Monday or Tuesday, maybe go out do some bait fishing, just make sure everything's working properly, and then we can bring you some more fishing related content and some of the action on our fishing trips. We do have several fishing trips scheduled this month, so we're getting ready and getting ready for that. It's hard to believe, but I just noticed that it was the 1st of December. Really doesn't feel like the 1st of December. We have had some slightly cooler weather, but we haven't had a really good cold snap yet. The good news is the fish have been biting. There was a little bit of lull earlier this week where the fishing slowed down until last weekend and such. But I can tell you that as of today, it picked up. It's not red hot, but it's pretty good fishing. One of the captains I know was out today on a charter. I think it was like a half day in the morning. And they had sailfish, they had a couple nice mahis, they had some nice kings, and some other rod benders like bonitas and barracudas and stuff like that. So it was pretty good action. There's also a couple of tournaments, sailfish tournaments going on this weekend. They got the Alamorada Sailfish Tournament, I believe, down in the Keys, and that started today. I believe it's a 3-day event. And then there's also the Dust 'em Off tournament is happening this Saturday. That's a 1-day tournament. I believe they go out of several different inlets, so it's going to be interesting. There were some sailfish caught today. I heard a couple reports of decent sailfishing down in the Keys, and there's been a few fish caught up this way in the Miami area off Fowey Rocks and so forth. The key is the current and the blue water. Like I said, it hasn't been red hot, but that could change at any time with the sailfish. Other fish that have been chewing, like I said, there's been some mahi around. I spoke to another captain this morning that runs a private boat. He was telling me that he was out earlier this week and he caught, had a really nice catch. Had some blackfin tuna. They had real nice mahis going all the way up to 18 pounds. Right on the edge. They weren't, way offshore or anything like that. They were just live baiting on the edge, doing a little kite fishing and stuff like that. He says that later in the day they moved to the north, and the bottom fishing had actually been slow down south off Caesars. And he mentioned to me that once they moved to the north, they were off the diamonds between Government and Hollover, fishing some of the deeper wrecks there. And they did find some nice fishing there. Caught some blacks. They also caught some mutton snapper. So he had a really good day. So that just goes to show that if the first stop, the first spot doesn't produce, hit another and another and another, eventually you'll typically find some fish. Very few times do you go from spot to spot and not find any fish. Usually you'll hit pay dirt if you hit enough spots. You also have to try different depths. For those of you who like to fish inshore, the mackerel fishing has been pretty good, especially after the last front that passed. Down around Stillsville, there were plenty of Spanish mackerel there. They're being caught on live shrimp and pilchards, small live pilchards. They don't like the really big baits, so if you throw a herring at them or something like that, they typically don't bite. Even the big horse pilchards, sometimes they won't eat. They really like those smaller 2-3 inch pilchards. That seems to be the ticket. Or live shrimp, they'll eat that readily, no problem. They'll also hit artificials such as jigs, spoons, like little crocodile spoons, stuff like that. They'll eat. What else? There's been a few tarpon around in the bay, mostly in the bridges at night on the outgoing tide. These are more smaller resident tarpon that are there year round. Pretty soon you'll start to see some other tarpon, some new tarpon, new pile of fish moving into the inlets around Hollover. They usually start showing up around Hollover first, and then they'll show up around Government, and it should be in full swing right around the boat show, which is about another month and a half or so. So that's yet to come. Like I said, the kite fishing is starting to heat up. Everybody's been catching fish on herring, goggle eyes, even some on pilchards and cigar minnows. So the key is to have good frisky bait and get out there and put them out. Well, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I have some new tutorials going to be coming out here pretty soon. I just got to find the time to, between working on the boat and everything else, to work on that, but I do have some new tutorials coming out, so don't forget to hit that like button and check those out when they come out. Till next time, my name is Captain Len Muniz with Nomad Fishing.